It's worse for you than chewing on a brick, more addictive than crack-flavoured cheesecake, and this week, more sickening, more disturbing, and with a higher chance of making you want to throw your guts up than ever before. This is Dirty Drew's Rock Revolution, proudly bringing you episode 10. And as I mentioned last week, I'm bringing back one of my previously featured artists. If I had a drum machine, I'd make a drum roll, but I don't, and I'm not going to, and this week's artist is John Lally! Yeah! So, yes, welcome one, welcome all to Lallycast Part 2. Now, if you listen to episode 7, then you will know that John Lally is a talented acoustic artist who makes very pleasant songs about friends and family and love and cute little animals. The kick comes where you find out that the friends all have AIDS, the love is normally anal, and the cute little animals are, more often than not, deceased. Lally is a sick man. His talent is ungodly, and I really don't know how he has the balls to stand up on stage and perform these songs. But for spawning these gloriously horrible and fantastically inappropriate songs into the world, he has the respect of a lowly podcast presenter. So much so that I had to bring him back and share with all of you just one more song. This is I Love You But Not In That Way by John Lally.
Getting late. If you need me, I suppose I'll stay. Put the kettle on and you make some tea. Sit down on the couch right next to me. You whisper in my ear, ask me if I'm alright. Ask me if I'd like to stay through the night. You take off your coat and you take off mine too. You look me in the eyes and say it's just me and you. So please stay. Couldn't bear it if another man went away, but I won't stay. I'm trying to think of a polite way to say, Grandma, stop touching my leg. I love you, but not in that way, yeah. Grandma, stop touching me there. I'm sure you were quite the catch in your day, but not today. May I go home? When grandfather died, you said you'd move on, but having sex with your grandson is wrong. You're telling me you're blind and you're deaf in one ear, but when you say no, I just choose not to hear. Go to the bathroom to powder your nose. You sit back down and start to take off your clothes. You're asking me to stay, you're begging me please. You're flashing me your breasts hanging down at your knees. Please stay. It's been 6 years since you had a decent lay, but I won't stay. I'm trying to think of a polite way to say, stop caressing my chest. I love you, Grandma, you are the best. Grandma, won't you please let me go? I'm sure you were quite the catch 10 years ago. Now I don't know, I guess I could. If you were younger, I would. No one knows, a suspicion at most. And Mommy thinks it's sweet that we're getting so close. How could you do this? So tell me, grandmother. I hear there's a new man, it's my little brother. Cry myself to sleep cause you're breaking my heart. And let it slip out and it's torn us apart. And I won't cry, no, I dry my tears. I'll go and sleep with your best friend. She's been dead for 12 years.
Now let me ask you a question. Will you ever look at your grandmother the same way after hearing that song? I think bloody not. Lally somehow manages to bring forward topics that seem so innocent, that seem so pure, and then he takes a sledgehammer to them. And I know his style isn't exactly hard, but he is more rock and roll than a lot of the bands I have seen on my journey for new and unsigned talent. Lally is brash, he's offensive, but it's all wrapped up in a neat little bow, which kind of takes the sting out of it, but it really doubles the venom. As always, I've put all the relevant links down the side of this video. I know it's only a short one this week, but I've got to get searching. Next week is Slammer Band Week, and I've got to get my homework done, frankly. You've been listening to Dirty Drew's Rock Revolution. As always, I am your host, Dirty Drew Harris, and I'll see you all next week. But remember, every hole may be a goal, but when it just feels like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, you've got to ask yourself, is it really worth it?